Our daughter might come down, but I have a good feeling that she's becoming more mature. And she's like, okay, you're doing your podcast. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to try to fall asleep. Hopefully you don't cackle too loud with your witch cackle. You're listening to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast. We're here with our great friend, Howard Kremer, my great husband, Moshe Kasher.
Thank you. Thank you, miss.
And we were just in the middle of talking about, Moshe, you sold Howie your car.
I did. I sold you, let me see if I can get it correct, a 2002 Lexus IS 300 hatchback.
That's perfect.
Oh, fuck yeah. Limited edition. They only made very few of them.
Lexuses are always a good buy.
There was only very few of the hatchbacks, and I was just telling Howard that I remember buying it. I was at this place called the Buggy Bank in Berkeley, where it was like a consignment dealership. So
Well, that sounds boutique.
no, it's not. It's like you have a car, you bring it to the Buggy Bank, and then when somebody wants to take a test drive, they will test drive it for you, and then when you're ready, they bring the owner, and you guys sign the paperwork, and you sell it, and they take a commission.
So you bought this at the Buggy Bank?
Bought it at the Buggy Bank.
Okay.
And Berkeley Buggy Bank, and the guy came through, and it's a kind of a sexy car.
It is.
It's a little sporty.
It's sporty. People have gotten into it and go, why do you keep a car like this like the way you keep it?
Oh, is it crazy?
Oh, Moshe kept it like that too. Except one time I did find some black lace panties in the side,
That's true.
in the side console.
Wow.
This was one of our very first dates. We were out.
So I'm just saying he fucks in that car. He fucked in that car.
I have fucked in that car.
I just gotta cut
Have you
in
fucked
real
in that
quick.
car?
I just gotta cut in real quick. I've had the car for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these stories. This is like being married to someone and then getting all this backstory. Like, oh yeah,
That's amazing. That car's lasted 5 years.
I love it. It's
Dude,
great.
The panty story is
Oh, because also when you valet it, you can be like the Lexus, the black Lexus.
yeah. And it's fast. It's got some punch to
It's
it.
definitely got punch.
And
And it hugs the road.
It hugs that road.
Yeah.
Do you use the paddle shifter?
I didn't know I had one.
Till right this moment?
I don't. Yeah,
It's not
I'm
worth
bare
it.
bones with that.
It's
stuff.
not worth the paddle shifter's not worth it. Yeah, on one of Natasha and me's first dates, we were smoking cigarettes. That's how long ago it was. And we went to toss a cigarette out the window. Very irresponsible behavior, but it did happen. And I just want to admit that.
Okay.
And the cigarette
I've never pictured you even being in that car. I don't know why.
her panties might be in that car right now.
Wow.
Look,
Wait, you two consummated in that car?
no, we never had sex in the car.
We
Okay.
didn't?
Have we? I don't think so.
I don't remember.
It was
I thought
early-
we did.
It was early
Sell
days.
it.
Oh,
Could
but
sell it for
maybe
more.
I got like
Sell it to a
turned
fan.
off because you
might
had
have
already
gotten
had
turned
sex
off.
with someone else in the
Could
car.
be. The cigarette.
Sorry, Howie. I know you're like you probably don't love these stories.
Well, now I'm getting rid of it.
Wait, okay, so we've all fucked in the car. So tell us.
Wait, hold on. I mean,
Okay.
I'm in the middle. I haven't even finished story one.
Tell us the story, honey.
You don't want the panty story? You don't think our listeners want the panty story?
Sure.
It's like Origins. This is Motasha Origins.
Okay.
Anyway, the cigarette gets sucked back in the car. We pull over in a crazed frenzy on the side of the road to start pouring water under the seats to put the cigarette out. And then Natasha emerges with a pair of black lace panties.
Whoa.
And I was like, this is like one of our first dates ever. And I was like, fuck. Like I knew exactly what they were and why they were there. And I
Had she read your first book yet?
had, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason I went on a date with him.
And
What? You liked all that sexy stuff?
He was just a good writer.
I was. But anyway, I was looking at those panties going, I don't know. I looked her dead in the eye. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I don't know. I was too embarrassed. It's very obviously a lie.
But I mean, did you know who they came from?
I knew 100% who they came from.
Because he had only had sex with one person.
What?
Yeah,
I
that's
thought.
true. She's my second. Okay, so wait. I'll finish the story. The guy comes. It's his baby, this car. He bought it in a midlife crisis.
The person you bought it from.
Old dad. We're signing the paperwork. And he goes, can I give you, this is germane to our podcast. He goes, can I give you a little advice before you take this car? He's like, this car's a beauty. I'm really going to miss it. Can I give you a little bit of advice? I go, sure. He goes, don't ever get married.
Whoa. Wow.
The guy's selling you his dumb ass
His
old
divorce
Lexus.
car. It was his divorce
He
car.
was like, don't ever get married.
goes,
That is so dumb because it's like, your life must be exactly like mine. I mean, why
But look
give
who
advice?
the car wound up with. I mean,
know.
it just kind of embodies
should
the
have said
spirit
that to
of
you.
thing.
Don't
Yeah.
ever get married.
I'll say it to the next person.
You should. To the electric.
There's a rule with this car.
The last guy broke it. The last
Yeah.
guy violated it hard.
Hard.
Wait, but tell us what you figured out. out. So you bought it for $5,000 and now you can sell it for.
No, a friend of mine found this program. The government will give you, for a car that old, they'll give me $12,000 in credits to get an electric car, which is what I want. So that's
sold it to him for $5,000. I'm actively resentful at you for the profit you're turning, but also happy for you.
Guys, can we get a Kickstarter going for Moshe?
To make up for that $7,000?
Make him whole, you guys. Make him whole.
I heard that no one wants to buy electric cars, that they're ceasing production on electric cars, and that a lot of the Teslas are not being sold, so they're just being rented by Lyft.
You heard that?
Really?
Is that not true?
I don't know. I haven't
I just think that the electric cars, they lost money. Okay. And so now they're not making that many more of them.
That stuff doesn't bother me. If I'm still driving a 2002 car now, then like, oh, this thing's obsolete. It's electric. These aren't cool anymore. I think I'll be okay.
You.
They're the best. I mean, they're the best cars ever. What are you going to get?
Wait, hold on. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have something.
I won't care about that one either.
He's not a car person. He just bought your old car.
I'm
not a car person anyway.
My car's a love machine.
I would drive any car, but honestly, by the way, if you ever come to one of my shows and you drive one of those Tesla trucks, you have to leave. You cannot drive a Tesla truck.
You talking about a Cybertruck?
What the fuck is that?
What if it's pink though?
Nobody.
What if it's pink?
No. No. Absolutely not.
What if there's a dog in the passenger seat?
That's a great question.
That's a good question. That is good because if it's on dog mode, I guess I get it.
I got a better question. What if there's a dog in the driver's seat?
Whoa, that could happen.
What if it pulls up and your fan is in the passenger seat, but there's a Great Dane driving it with sunglasses on? You're not going to let that guy come to your show?
That.
Come on.
Okay, he can come to my show.
Marmaduke. Marmaduke can come.
Can I say the best thing about the car, the most signature thing about it?
Yes.
About Moshe's car? Your car?
Is all the key scratches in the driver's side door from when he was a partying maniac.
Wait, why?
What do you mean?
Why
like cocaine?
I don't know. Even when you sold it to me, it was just like there's all these scratches from like a drunk guy trying to key into his car late at night.
I don't know about that.
Maybe that's the guy before you?
Maybe that's what caused the divorce. Maybe those were the nails of his mistress, and that's how he got busted.
Okay.
And that's why he said, don't ever get married.
But you're not going to blame the Ram Dass CD in the glove compartment on him.
No, that one I would actually probably blame Natasha for that.
That's mine.
Oh, that's yours?
You never listened to it?
No, I've listened to it.
I never heard anyone pronounce it Ram Dass.
How do you say it?
Ram Dass.
Ram Dass.
That's kind of cool. More hip hop. More hip hop.
Yeah, exactly.
That Ram Dass CD.
No, Natasha removed the lace panties and replaced it with Be Here Now.
Well, yeah, I didn't know we were going to get into the car so much. But
well, okay, so Howie, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
We love your podcast.
We haven't
back
seen,
at you.
Who Charted?
Yeah.
If anyone has not listened
sometimes
to Howie's podcast, he goes down the top charts.
Yeah, Who Charted? Each week, comedians come on. We count down the top 5 in music and movies.
We do the top 5 people that need advice. Coming in at number 5. How are you feeling about Austin's? Are you feeling upset that you didn't invest heavily in Austin real estate?
I think about that sometimes. It's like if the day I got there, I drove to the east side, bought the shittiest house I've seen, it would be the best move I've ever made.
Yeah.
You can't think about that. So Howie, you were one of the first people.
You want to change the subject?
No, I was just gonna say. Not only is he from Austin, but
I moved there. I'm from New Jersey.
He's from New Jersey, but he moved to Austin. He was part of a scene there, and he had one of the first, honestly, like the first fake reality type.
Yeah.
What would you call it? Type
Actually,
shows.
we have the dubious distinction, I think, of being the first scripted comedy on basic cable with no laugh track.
Okay, the first
Wait, before like
scripted comedy on basic cable with no laugh track.
There might be one other distinction
before like
I'm leaving out.
Larry Sanders
It was he's pay cable.
He's paid that's not basic.
Oh.
There's one other little glitch.
What about The
there, too.
Office?
The Office. We're before that.
And not cable, that's network TV.
Yeah.
Natasha's very new to the entertainment industry, so a lot of this is flying over her.
Well,
might
I'm
be
trying to think of
single
where.
camera,
Well, so it's
too.
called Austin Stories, and it
Yeah.
was like it was a big deal at the
It was a big
time,
deal.
Yeah.
and it was groundbreaking, and
It was like Slacker if it was a sitcom. Kinda.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like all of us, you know, your ideas morph into other things, and people take your ideas and then they just turn into something else that has nothing to do with you. But
you want to talk about Bridgerton, or you?
But you were there at the beginning, and that is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Wait, so Howie, what are some of the most fun charts that you do on your show?
Good question.
Well, we just basically we pick a different music chart every week. We try to vary it up because sometimes it'll just be all Drake or all Taylor Swift, or this summer.
Taylor Swift's charting more than once in the top 5.
Well, when she puts out an album, it can take up like
with that diary drivel.
Yeah, even that.
Are you a fan?
People digging for the clues.
You liking?
No, it's called the lore.
Are you not
the
allowed?
lore?
What?
You don't understand the lore,
The
Natasha.
lore.
It's like, what are you, Bilbo Baggins? Like, why?
Right.
Why is there lore? It's just her.
Why
It's just her
digging?
last records.
Also,
like what?
And the universe is so small because you dig, and then you find out, oh, she's putting out an album Friday. Like that's what the clue tells you. And it's like with QAnon, at least they're learning about the larger world. Like at least just like, when they dig for, at least they're getting a larger universe to
At
play
least
in.
ICP eventually revealed they were Christian. There was like that was remember that they were like dropping breadcrumbs to eventually the big secret was the Insane Clown Posse were actually Christians.
Yeah, that was their Paul is dead.
Who you listening to these days?
Yeah, you always hook me up. You told me about Wet Leg. I like that band.
Oh yeah, they're great.
You always tell me about like whatever's because you study the charts.
Yeah, I get to keep my finger on the pulse of youth culture. The Dare is really good right now.
The Dare.
Is that rock?
He's like a DJ guy, but he sounds kind of like LCD Sound System, kind of like that, but a little more. He's more of a degenerate.
He's a grimy LCD Sound System.
Yeah.
Are you? What's
The Dare?
Is
Okay.
Chappelle.
Chapel Roan.
Is she good?
Yes.
She's good.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
She's like a sweatier Taylor Swift.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
More specific writing.
Okay, Chapel Roan.
Chapel Roan.
Chapel?
Yeah.
Chapel Roan.
She got super big. She did like a massive show at Lollapalooza. And she's like, this is giving valedictorian. Like, what does any of this mean like next year?
Oh, she's like pop, but has a punk attitude.
Kind of, yeah. She's like, she's very commanding. She's like Madonna or Gwen Stefani. Just like she's, like someone who takes over on stage. And great writing.
We gotta check it.
Okay, The Dare.
The Dare.
Chapala. What's her name?
Chapala.
Chapel Roan.
El
Chapel
Chapo.
Roan.
El Chapo. Have you heard him?
El Chapo.
He's dropping bars, dude.
From inside?
Yeah, they're from the Cartel.
Damn.
Yeah, he's really good.
He is good.
He's really, as a cartel, I'm not a musician at all, but as a criminal, he's like one of the best.
Yeah, he's probably commissioned a lot of good songs because that's how it works there.
That's right.
The narco traffickers.
Well, I love your
Hey,
podcast, and I love to find out who's charting because it's fascinating, and it's fun to hear about new music too. Do you ever do alternative charts?
Yeah, we'll pick a different chart sometimes. Those like the Heat Seeker chart. You hear weird stuff that like hasn't broken yet. Now we also do movies too and TV.
Do you ever do EDM DJs?
Not often, just because those charts are like very repetitive.
You should see if I'm charting because I've gotten back into that.
And
I don't know. I don't chart.
I was gonna say, no offense, Moshe, but the kind of music that you like to DJ, it can't chart.
That's not true. You're fully
It
incorrect.
doesn't chart. It's like such bad
Boomer.
music. No,
Boomer.
What is?
no, I'm not.
You are boomer. You are boomer.
What brand of dance are you?
90s Afro house.
There's no such thing as 90s Afro house. It's a more modern genre of electronic dance music, and it's the most popular. It's one of the most popular that there is right now. But
who's a DJ?
A lot of
who's
bongos.
Like
a popular Afro house DJ, Black Coffee.
Okay.
Is a name. Black Coffee is probably the
These
biggest.
are like people who don't have like albums or record deals, but they have stickers.
That is offensive. It's rude. It's untrue, but it's funny, and I must respect that.
They go to CD Baby. They get their latest release.
Yeah, you go to Times Square right now, and it's not, a dude won't ask you if you like hip hop. He'll ask you if you like Afro house. He's like, hey man, you like Afro house? Come fuck with me. Now my stuff is good. I know what you're talking about, Natasha.
That stuff is good.
It is. Wait, I had a question. Oh, speaking of charting,
Yes.
I have a recommendation for you, Howard. Not really for you, Natasha. The #1 charting movie on Netflix.com right now is Rebel Ridge.
Rebel Ridge.
And it's real good.
Is it an army movie?
Well, you know what it really reminded me of is Rambo, First Blood.
Wow.
Which was our second date. This was right after the panties.
You have not been together that long.
No.
It was like a copy of it.
I did this bait and switch thing where our first date was the Seventh Seal. And then the second,
this Ingmar Bergman movie. So I thought he was like really sophisticated.
And then when she was
first date, found panties in the car. Second date, bait and switch.
Yeah, that's
this
right.
is the guy. This is the guy, Mom.
Don't ever get married. Maybe he was warning me because I would be such a bad husband, not because marriage is such a broken institution.
Right.
Anyway, it's really good. It's like Rambo, but it's black. So it's like Blambo.
Okay. So
Wait.
He gets screwed over by some local law enforcement.
Yes.
Nice. Who is it?
Well, I don't know the main actor. He was really good. But Don Johnson plays the bad cop.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes. He was really good, too. It's good. I recommend.
I have to say, though, like when I look at TV and all the streamers, the charting stuff is all like stuff from 10 years ago. Like they're trying to trick us. What's happening? It's all like top 10 movies in the U.S. and it's like things from like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And like new on Paramount Plus, and it's like 10 movies that you've been out forever. Yeah.
It's their own little
What's happening?
algorithm. It's because it's just
they don't want to buy new stuff, so they're like parsing out old stuff.
Yeah, or if they just toss something old up on there, then people will watch it. Like it goes in the top 10 even if it's old, even if it's competing against new stuff within their own little system.
God, it is so powerful to know that you don't have to watch what people put in a top 10.
It's great.
But I'll tell you what else is great.
You have to fight that urge
Yeah.
because they're just throwing shit in front of you.
You get DVDs, you don't have to watch anything they serve to you.
I tried to watch a DVD when Moshe was out of town because I couldn't get the internet to work and I couldn't get the DVD player to work.
You get Ram Dass CDs, you don't have to watch anything at all. You just be here now.
True that.
Just experience what's happening. I like finding a top 10 hit from the 90s. If it's in the Netflix top 10 and it's like 1993, I'm probably watching it.
Yeah.
I'm
Ooh.
in. The Pelican Brief,
that
sign
sounds
me
like
up.
that. A lot
Sign
of
me
times,
up.
those bad action movies age well.
Yes.
Bad
they do.
action ages
Because
well.
you like kind of like ironic watch them.
Yeah, and you get to see like a lot of them take place in L.A. and you just like get to see
Yeah,
the
it's
strip back
fun.
in the day.
And also, current action is, some of it's very good, but it's so, all entertainment is so ironic and self-aware that it's a genre that actually doesn't exist anymore. When you see like a super sincere action movie from the 90s, it can be such a pleasure. One that you will never experience, Natasha, because you hate an action movie.
No, I just like movies that have a ratio of one woman to the 5 men.
Oh yeah.
Like if there's like more than
Ocean's 12.
5 men
Ocean's 12. You'll love it.
I just can't
You
deal
love
with that. I'm
Wes
just not
Anderson.
interested
You
in
love
them.
all of his
and I
work.
get all of the Daniels confused. I don't know who any of these men are.
The Daniels?
Aren't there like a bunch of Daniel? Everyone's always like Daniels something.
Oh, the Chris's.
All the Chris's. I just like, I don't see
There's
it.
too many Chris's.
Too many Chris's.
Helmsworth and what's the other one?
I
Evans.
honestly would
Evans.
not know any of them if you showed me. And I think I've been to
Christopherson.
one of their houses. All right, listen, Howie, we love your podcast. Who
Thank you.
charted? How do we find this?
Oh, just wherever podcasts are found. We're independent.
Can I tell
Okay.
you a memory?
iTunes, all that.
Can I tell you a Howard memory?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I knew about you before I met you because a girl I met at Burning Man was like, she found out I did stand up. She's like, do you know Dragon Boy Suede? Like, she was such a mega fan. And then I remember I was standing.
That's my rap name, in case they don't know.
Before we were friends, I remember standing next to you the day you got your Comedy Central half hour.
I thought you were going to say
Whoa.
the day you got your car.
Yeah. He's like, pay up.
I was in the back of the punchline, and they were like, that's Howard Kremer. He just got a Comedy Central half hour.
Really?
And it felt like I was standing next to Hercules.
Wow.
Like a Greek god. I was like,
I wish I had heard that.
what?
Because, in your own mind, you're like, oh, now what am I going to do on that? I gotta, you know what I mean? You don't feel like that air of like, wow, there he goes.
That was definitely the vibe. We were like, look at him walk. Look at
Damn.
that god walk.
I mean, Howie, you're so funny.
Thanks. I remember the first time I met Moshe, he was wearing a sailor's hat.
Really?
Wait, was I there? I don't remember that.
We were in San Francisco for
Oh,
a festival.
no.
That's right.
It was that show.
Moshe,
Sorry, honey. I don't know. I don't remember this hat.
this is pre.
When you meet a
Me.
guy for the first time and he's wearing a sailor hat and you're in San Francisco, you just kind of make certain assumptions.
Hey, that I was gay?
I thought the possibility was real. Yeah.
Well, standing in San Francisco with a sailor's hat on, I would say it's a 50-50 shot. I almost got into
never
a fight.
saw you in a sailor's hat.
I don't remember this hat, but I believe Howard. It sounds like a
Maybe
swing I would have taken.
Maybe it was a fisherman's cap.
That sounds more like it.
Okay.
Very different too, Howie, and almost what you have on. If it was just
that's
folded
true.
a little
You definitely do look like a
differently.
fisherman. Let's be honest.
This is my Hooper oceanographer hat.
Wait, Howard, I almost got into a physical fight for you. Do you know this? Did I ever tell you this?
Damn,
I got all these stories
These are
about
great.
Howard that I've never told him. I was at the Comedians of Comedy one time
Yeah.
in San Francisco at the Great American Music Hall or the Independent.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the first one.
And there was a drunk dude that was like screaming out during your set. And I told him to shut the fuck up. And he wheeled around on me. And he was just belligerent and drunk. And he's like, fuck you, motherfucker. And then he kind of came off of his seat. And he had a cane. And I said, and I'm not proud of this. Although people that say they're not proud of this always are a little proud of it.
He's telling it on a podcast.
I said, motherfucker, I'll beat you. I'll beat you with your cane.
Nice.
And that was the end of the interaction.
Wow.
Wait,
Was it Robin Williams?
No, it was just some random man.
I've never talked to someone like that.
Yeah, this was not a good time in my
I'll
life.
beat your ass.
That's
with
your man.
cane. It
got
was
it
your
in
man.
him.
It's old Moshe. You know him.
I like it though. It was kind of I feel like you're probably coming from that comedy fan standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You're
That was
ruining this.
100% what it was. It was
Yeah.
like, shut the fuck up. And then the cane was a wrinkle, and I didn't know exactly how to deal with the cane. Like, do I
Right.
go, oh, I'm sorry, you go ahead and heckle?
Yeah.
So then I made a bad choice and said, I'll beat you with your cane.
All right, well, listen, I would love to sit and reminisce, but we have people waiting to talk to Howie. So can we please
wow, this is cool.
take a break and then hold on.
That was good. Take a break and then take a call.
Let's take a break and take a call.
All right, fine. Let's just take a call.
We're not taking it. Do we take breaks? Laura, do
Yeah.
we take breaks? Yeah, let's take. Yeah, though maybe we are taking a break. Do we take a break right now? You know, I've never listened to this podcast. All right, let's call Sarah in here
Los Angeles.
in our town, Los Angeles.
Sup, girl?
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi.
Good. How are you
Oh,
guys?
it's Natasha, Moshe, and Howard Kremer.
Yeah, Dragon Boy Suede, Comedy Central half hour. That's right. That's
Scare
right. A legend.
tactics.
Yes.
Let's go back.
Moshe's very intimidated by Howard's
Yes.
credits. So,
yeah.
so how can we help you, Sarah?
I know you guys say a lot that callers already know the answer, but I promise you, I swear to you, I do not know the answer to this.
Okay, maybe
Exciting.
we do.
So I matched on a dating site a while ago with somebody, and it was like good energy, mutual interests. He told me enough that I was able to Google him, and instantly was like, oh,
David Spade.
like, now I know who you are. Okay, which felt weird. To
Wait, they're like a famous person?
No, but like his job
LinkedIn.
with his name was just, it's not a super common name for a man to have. And then like with his profession, and he told me enough that I was like, it just came up right away. And I was like, I don't usually do that. I just don't like to do that, but whatever. No big deal. It was all good, but it was summer. It was last summer. So he was traveling. I was traveling, whatever. We fell off and we just didn't meet, but like everything seemed cool. And I recently found him on IG, and I'm like wondering, is there a universe where like I could follow and message him, or is that way too stalkery? And also, even if like he accept, like, I don't even know what I would say.
You matched with him?
Yeah.
Why can't you write him on the
Wait, because I went off the app.
couldn't you join the app again?
No.
I don't know if he's still on there.
Okay,
Who
got it.
cares?
Yeah, who cares?
DM him.
Yeah, what
And then if he's like, ugh, or
But
if he
what do
doesn't
you
write
even
back, who cares? It's like a fishing game. You're like, you got to go out like
Howard,
15
you know about the
times.
fishing game, right?
Don't you?
yeah.
I mean, this is like,
I've
pretend
never
like
done
you're a
any of
man.
those dating
My
things,
all
though.
my advice is just to pretend like you're someone else. Pretend like you're a man. Pretend like you're Gen Z. Pretend like you're a man, and just like be like, hey, what's up? I got off the app.
1,000%.
Yeah.
This is such a non-decision. It's so easy. What is the fear? That he'll think you are like a nerd or a loser?
That she'll lose face because she's coming to him.
Then you
and
don't
it looks
get
like
him anyway.
She stalked him.
You have like a 12% chance of getting anywhere with this guy anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
It's like I'm just saying that's just how that's probably a numbers game. So why not go for it and go? And then when you do it, go for 3 other guys too.
Yeah. Just remember, the guy's a headache. He's a pain in the ass.
That's right.
You're asking for something you don't want anyway.
Yeah, that's right. It seems the stakes are so low. He'll probably not write you back. If he does write you back, he's interested. If he is interested, he's not going to be like, "Whoa, stalker! I got a hot lady DMing me. Yikes! I'm not. That's not what I'm about."
I mean, if you DM him 10 times in a row, then maybe he's like stalker. But one time you think you're like stalker.
Here's an idea.
That's your problem.
It was like a year ago, so that's kind of weird. And also, like, he'd be like, "How do you know who I am?" Well,
just say you were drunk that one night.
Hey, you don't even need to tell him anything. You just go, "Hey, I remember you. Do you remember me? We matched on Hinge."
There's literally no picture on the profile. So
on what profile?
Picture, there's nothing. But like, I'm pretty sure it's him.
Oh, it's like an anonymous Instagram profile?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, there's no picture, but his last name is specific enough. Like, it's probably him.
I have an idea. What about a question? Did we meet on Hinge?
Are you Caesar Milan?
No, what about this? Did we meet on Hinge? Question mark.
That's good.
He's obviously horny like every other man.
Yep.
So he's going to go to your page, see if he thinks you're hot. And if he thinks you're hot or he wants to fuck you or he's got enough like energy that day to like go for it, and then he'll write you back.
This is the best advice you've ever
gotten. And then
gotten.
if he doesn't,
then he won't.
Who cares? Yeah. You already DM'd 3 other people because when you DM him, you got to DM 3 other people.
Okay, is that okay?
No, I just made that up.
I don't know why the 3 people, but I think Natasha's
I just
spot
think
on.
like you got to kind of like just put your energy out there.
Hey, didn't we match on Hinge?
By the way, I've never asked a guy out, but I do think that's like
you've never asked a guy out?
Current now. Well, I'm just from like I no one I knew ever did that.
No, and in my day, right when they got back from the war, they proposed to you.
They got down on their knee once they got off the aircraft carrier.
No, but hold on. In high school, in college, I never had one. And in my stand-up career.
You've never asked anybody out?
No, I've never had a friend who asked anyone out. So I know that people say they do it, but I've never had a friend do that. So, but I would say I do think that is where the culture is, even though I've never done it.
But
I also think that, yes.
Well, no, please.
I also think that I probably would.
I
would probably go for it if I were out in the dating world. Why not?
But what Natasha has given you is the ability to not ask him out. You're not asking him out.
Question.
You're asking, didn't I match with you on Hinge? Then
How about did we meet on Hinge?
Okay.
Match with you feels a little like
hey, didn't we meet on Hinge?
Thirsty.
If he writes you back, he's interested, and then he'll ask you out. And if he doesn't write you back, he's not interested, and it never mattered. Nothing mattered.
If he doesn't write you back, you dodged a bullet. I'm serious.
You're just nervous because you did all this weird stalking of him.
No, you know what? The only caveat to all of that is just the fact that his profile has no picture. So it's a little bit like stalkery that like, what? Oh, you found my name?
Can I take a look? Say his name. We'll cut it out of the podcast.
No, hold on. Why do you say it has no picture?
He's a weirdo that he has no picture up there.
Can I look? I promise
he sounds hot. It's not going to happen. He's too hot.
You have my word as a Jew that we'll beep it out of the podcast. What's the guy's name?
Why would Super Hot Guy not use a picture?
This is what
the whole advantage of being hot online.
Give me the name.
Oh my God. Is it like a picture of like a landscape?
No, it's just nothing. It's like gray.
It's
just
a gray.
Nothing.
Here's the real bad news.
Oh,
if
he's
it's gray,
that's a player right there.
No, that's not a player.
He's not even trying to get fucked. He's like, oh, I'm so cool. It's a land.
He's not on Instagram. The real problem is he's probably just some guy that doesn't know how the Instagram interface works.
Yeah, this guy's like old.
What's the name? You don't want to tell me?
Actually, and he had like no game, which endeared me even more.
She doesn't want to tell you that.
All right, fine, you don't have to tell me, but I think you're the highest odds is he'll never see your message. because of that great picture.
And he doesn't know how to use the net so good. He probably misses messages.
He doesn't even know there's a hidden folder in his DMs. He doesn't know that.
Let's
and you're gonna
try
just languish.
as a group to just be independent of the good opinion of others. Who gives a shit?
Doesn't matter.
Go for it.
Does not matter.
You could go to his LinkedIn and write him there. And if he was interested, he would write you back. The difference between a stalker and someone you write back is your interest level. If he's not interested, he's like, yikes, never. If he's like, oh my God, I remember her from that date. She was awesome. He's writing you back. That is my opinion.
No, yeah, you have nothing to lose.
Okay.
Then you
have nothing to lose.
You're so right.
And a dog whisperer to gain.
Ooh, I love that sound. You're so right. Now text him tonight, okay, honey?
Okay.
Just
Thank
do it.
you.
We
Okay.
have faith in you. Goodbye, Sarah.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
That was easy.
All right, Howie, now we're going to listen to some secrets. People call in, leave their deepest, darkest secrets, and we get to comment on them.
I like that. I like secrets.
Let's hear one.
You're talking all sultry all of a sudden.
I got a lot of different levels.
You do.
That's her late night FM voice.
Hi, Moshe. Hi, Natasha. Big fan of the pod. Love your stand-up. I have a secret. So, 3 days ago, I discovered that our beloved pet hamster died. Really sad. Great guy, Carmel. Loved by all, the whole family. But he also died on the first day of school. And I have 3 kids at 3 different schools. And it is so busy this week. It's kind of crazy with soccer and open houses and getting everyone's schedule down. And my secret is really, I just left him in his tank. I put some stuff blocking it so the kids can't see, but I cannot believe our lives have hit a point where we're so busy that we're just living with our hamster's corpse in his tank for 3 days while we all adjust to new school routines. All week, everyone's been like, oh my God, you have 3 kids at 3 different schools. How do you do it? And I'm like, oh, things are going great. But also I'm like, there is a dead hamster in our house that I don't yet have time to deal with. My husband and I have been texting about it this morning. He is going to go bury Carmel on his lunch break. And we are also going to have a conversation about how to be less busy so that we have time for things like death and mourning, and just, cleanliness and not hoarding rodent bodies. But the amount of shame, woof. Anyways, it's lifted now. Thanks for the secret opportunity. Love you guys. Hope to see you soon in Portland. Bye.
Okay, this is fucked up because I'm sorry. Unless you have a kid in TK, a kid in middle school, and a kid in college, your kids should not be at 3 different schools.
That's the takeaway? That's the disturbing part of this?
No, because listen to me.
It's not the zombie hamster?
No, that is fucked up. But she's like, oh, maybe it'll get better. It's never going to get better. That's too hectic. Your life is too hectic. You can't have that hectic of a life. So it is so important for this kid to be at this special school that now you're not going to be able to even have time to take care of your life. And taking care of your life, burying your dead, whatever you need to do is so much more of a family experience and a more important thing than keeping your kid at these schools. And also I would like to say as a mom, I don't drive my kid anywhere that takes more than 12 minutes.
Like that.
Because it's my quality of life.
Yeah.
And their quality of life.
Also, it teaches the kid, why is it somewhere else so exciting?
Yeah.
Right. This area is cool too.
Yeah. Learn to enjoy this area.
I do have some. I like that. But that, by the way, Howard, is coming from the person who, and I quote,
This is the YouTube thing. Right?
Rather than go to a foreign locale, we'll just Google YouTube videos of that area.
We were telling Howie that we wanted to go to Taiwan, and he's like, why? Just go on YouTube and Google Taiwan city streets.
Okay. Go to
Taipei. Just check it out.
Pause this thing or wait till it's over, and then go to YouTube Taiwan walking tour.
No, it's not the same.
It's not exactly the same. But when you think of all the hassle of getting to Taiwan, all the travel nightmares, all the expenditure.
You're like, it's not exactly the same, but it's the same enough.
It's the same enough. And if you've got VR goggles, it's crazy.
Can I ask you a question?
You can hear the wind.
Do you ever look back fondly on a YouTube video that you watched?
Well, that's a good question.
Because I have memories.
But do you
of places
do you look back fondly of a memory?
On trips I've taken, of course.
Even if you don't have like pictures of it or something?
Yeah, I
you
have
remember
memories.
It?
I take pictures in my mind. And then I upload them onto YouTube so Howard can watch them.
Well, then why is there Pornhub if everyone's got to be right there?
Well, here's a real question.
You just watch it.
Do you have any? Yeah. When you
Just saying, theoretically.
Okay. Okay. Let's do sex then. When you masturbate pioneer style, right?
What's Pioneer
style?
Oh, that's where you don't have a Wi-Fi signal, so you have to use your memories.
Oh, is that what you do out at Burning Man?
Yeah, it's just tallow, just tallow.
That's where you go. Once a year, I go do Pioneer
that's
style.
Right. It's Pioneer style. Do you think back fondly on porn videos you've watched while masturbating, or do you think about sexual experiences you've had?
Yeah, I
You don't want to get into that.
No, I would say, yeah, I have never done that where I'm just like thinking back on a porn.
No, it's because the experience was hot. Watching porn is like 1,000th of having a millionth of having sex.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying, like, in a pinch.
In a pinch,
And you like there's a lot of places you're just never gonna have time to go.
That's true.
And for those places, go to YouTube.
Kazakhstan walking tour.
Walking tour. I mean,
that's true.
All right.
In a VR headset, that does actually sound kind of fun.
Yeah, to like ASMR.
Yeah, to like go to like the Mogadishu walking tour because I know I'm not going.
Right.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
Would you do that
and
with
like,
me?
If you were ascending the stairs like at a temple in Tibet, like you don't have to really
And it
climb
doesn't
those
look like a
stairs, but you get
cartoon?
the view.
You wanna
No,
do
it's POV, like someone shoots it.
Yeah, POV. That's
That
going
sounds
back to
pretty
the
cool,
porn
actually.
thing. But you know, Natasha and I, we should do a date night sometime. We should go to let's go to Kuala Lumpur.
Oh,
Let's
that's
get
a
a couple
cool
of
idea.
headsets and go to
It's
Kuala
like
Lumpur.
watching a concert video of someone who's already died. You know,
Right.
you get to still get to see it.
Wait, what was it? Oh, I have good news about this secret. Can't believe this has lasted this long. The good news for this caller is if your kids, I know you said everybody loves caramel, but if your kids love caramel at the level that they haven't noticed that his lifeless maggot eaten
Yeah, they haven't seen him in
corpse
3 days.
In 3 days, they haven't even noticed that caramel hasn't moved. They're going to be able to get over this.
Yeah, I think so. They might even just get a replacement, get another one that looks
true.
like him.
Get yourself down to 2 schools though.
That's
really.
not
I agree.
caramel. That's not caramel. Why caramel look different?
Can you imagine 6 different pickups and drop-offs?
Can you
I mean, it
imagine
does
a
not even
hamster
make
corpse?
sense.
Yeah, that's insane.
All right, listen.
Put all the kids together in one school
Put them
room.
together.
You know what? Here's a fun thing you could do. Take the dead hamster, put on a headset with all your kids, and do a walking tour of Lima, Peru, where
Whoa.
they eat hamster.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, and go and check that out. And
Did
then
you
they
go
can,
there and find that out?
No, I just know that about it.
See?
I would like to go to Lima someday, though. Now, that would be fun. All right, let's hear another secret.
Okay, here goes. I'm a 45-year-old gay dude, and I'm not proud of this, and believe me, it has come up in therapy a lot. But like a year ago, my partner split up with me for someone considerably younger, and for the last year, I have been fairly successfully catfishing some straight dude celebrities through Instagram.
Whoa.
Basic ass Instagram, and getting them to send me sexually explicit content. And
Whoa.
I don't know, there's something sick inside of me that's really proud at how good at deceiving them I am. Like, as if it's difficult to get men, particularly straight men, to do sexual things. But I also know that it's a super gross thing that I'm doing, and that even though I have never shown anyone else what I've been sent, nor would I ever, as if, like, I have some hard moral line considering what I'm doing, but, like, I just, like, I'm deeply ashamed and simultaneously really impressed with myself. But I know I need to stop it because it's very wrong, but also, like every other week, I'm like, oh, that famous guy is hot. I wonder if he'll show me his cock. And he always does.
Oh, my God, this is awesome.
So
Are they comics?
that's my secret, like my horrifying confession.
Wait, actors will just send you a picture of their cock?
You should give it a shot.
And I guess if you do end up
I
playing
don't want to
this,
see a picture
you're
of a
going
cock.
to tell me what a piece of shit I am. Which is probably what I'm looking for.
No.
I honestly deserve it. So
No, I'm not going to tell you what a piece of shit you are because you probably like it, you dirty little pig. I love this. I mean, it's obviously unethical. Is it even unethical? I can't even figure out if it's unethical. This is like back to the YouTube conversation, Howard. It's like they're not DMing a girl and getting aroused, but it's pretty close to DMing a girl and getting aroused. I mean, there's not a huge difference.
And the famous guy could just be playing the numbers. Like, I know so many of these are fake, but some of them are real. I'll just throw some dick pics out there.
Imagine being stupid enough to be famous and throw a dick pic to an anonymous Instagram account. Like that you think it. I mean, it just seems like. Have you not read anything?
I think men over 60 might do it, but I don't think hot guys are doing it.
Will you do us a favor, sir? My hero, I guess I should call you. Will you, with my word, on my honor, I will not say who. Will you tell us who it is? We'll talk. We won't say. You know who it is?
I think it's gonna be a variety.
We know who it is.
It's like multiple.
We know who it is.
People,
hold on.
isn't it?
Who is it? Yes, absolutely. Of course, we want to know. It's people we want to know. Or we might know. We want to know even more. No, stop.
What?
No.
Wait, is okay?
No, honey,
He's catfishing as a chick.
He's pretending to be
a hot chick.
a hot chick.
Holy shit!
I'll tell you what, he's not gay, but he is married.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, fair
Wait,
listener.
what? Wait, he's pretending like he's a woman.
Listen.
Yeah, that's what the
Let me
guys
just say
do.
this to our listeners who are
Both of those guys are married.
hey, if
They
you're
both
on the
got
bubble,
a nice head of hair on them too.
if you're on the bubble,
They're both married with nice heads of hair.
if you're on the bubble about joining the upper echelon of our Patreon right now, if you've been at that $5 mark or even not a subscriber at all, let me just say the information that we just obtained will go. We have a special tier for it. It's
Secret tier.
It's $100 a month. $100 a month.
Catfish
Secret
tier.
tier. It's
The
Patreon.
catfish
It's
tier.
Endless Honeymoon Prime. We can get you in on this information. The two names you just said.
That's fucked up, man.
If I had
those
been-
are friends who are married.
It is awesome.
Yes, Laura.
He tried me and I didn't bite.
Aww.
That would be a full circle.
cute.
By the way, that would be such a full circle moment. He tried me. I gotta try to find this.
Wait,
DM.
let me ask you this, Moshe. If some girl's like, "Hey," you would just see it as you would know that this was.
I would like to see this.
If a girl was like, "Show me your cock," your hard.
let me ask. Will you send us? We're beeping all those names, even though they don't deserve it. But will you send us a sample and we can maybe put it on? Oh no, we won't bust you out. Just send us a sample so that we can read it.
I don't need to see that.
Oh, Howard, you might have already seen it.
The actor could even just be sending a dick pic that's not his dick pic.
That's true. It's a double catfish.
So both of those that is so hilarious too that this person told our producer who it was.
Wait, why did he tell you? And he was just like, "Oh, okay, here's."
No,
who it
that's
is."
his whole thing. He has a
real
secret
funny.
that he's dying. You know what I mean?
Dude.
He's like,
So do you think he asks for like, "Can you show me a picture just of your naked dick," or do you want it like mid cum with the cum coming out?
That's true.
Will
Great
you ask
question.
him that?
That's a great question, Natasha.
people send dick pics in action like that? I didn't even know that.
Well, I know because someone else told me that they asked this older comedian or this older actor comedian for one, and he sent it right away. But he was like, he had just ejaculated.
Yikes.
He
Damn,
just
this is all
ejaculated?
Yeah, it
going
was
on?
like
I'm
it was
never
like a
sending
little
you-
penis with like all the cum coming out.
I'm never sending you a post-ejaculatory dick pic. I'm
He
not
did.
horny enough at that point.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
know.
It's not your best look.
I don't do dick
It's not
pics.
a dick's best look.
Fucking that. Those two names are fucking crazy.
That's
They're both
disturbing.
married?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And also, they're both. I'm trying not to give any clues away, but they're both. I would say, their persona.
Yeah,
is
calm, upstanding.
upstanding, and
Very
morally
upstanding.
forthright.
Yes.
Morally forthright. I would say.
And it's
Ally-esque.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
and also it's not bad to send dick pics, but if you are married, well, but maybe they're both in an open relationship.
It's possible. Let's find out.
I've never
They
said,
must be. This is why I don't want to have an open relationship, Moshe. It's a slippery slope.
What that?
Because if I
What
let
are
you go fuck
talking
someone
about?
at Burning Man and then some girl's like,
This
ooh, can I see your dick? You're
Hold
like,
on a
okay.
second. I don't even know what framework this is where you're like, listen, I'm fine with you fucking human beings at Burning Man, but don't send someone a picture of your penis on Instagram.
No. I'm saying it's all a slippery slope if you start doing that.
That's why you have
like,
boundaries, Gen X style, Gen Z style. You do a boundary check. You go, no Instagram dick pics. Dude, that's pretty wild. I definitely would like to know if they're in open relationships now. And if not, another couple of Menonists bite the dust.
They should stop doing that too because it's going to get out.
Yeah. By the way, what's cool about this is if you're watching or you see this clip on Instagram, you know that it's about you. If you're a comedian or an actor or a professional bowler, it could be all three, and you see this clip in your algorithm, you know that it's about you. You should stop because you're about to get busted. Unless you're in an open relationship, in which case, go with God.
Yeah. Or if you're catfishing the catfishers, keep doing what you're doing.
Or if you're sending Lexington Steele's dick to this guy.
All right. Well, listen, if you have... Yes, go ahead.
No, just make sure the dick's the same color or whatever as the person.
This is crazy. This is a mind buggler right here.
All right. Well, listen, if you have a secret, give us a call at 213-222-8608. Make sure to tell our producer, Laura, whose dick you've seen.
I just can't believe it. I'm still agog. Steven Tyler?
Okay. And
What?
Uncle Steven?
And if you want to ask us a question, maybe you want to be on our podcast, why don't you send us an email at endlesshoneymoonpod?
I sent a dick pic in. That's how I wound up on here.
Oh, yeah. Or you can send us a dick pic,
send
I guess.
us a dick pic at endlesshoneymoonpod@gmail.com. By the way, as I mentioned, we have a Patreon. And if you would like to get in on the juicy ass unedited secrets, get on that God tier.
What that guy's doing is terrible.
What? Yes. What guy?
The catfish guy. Yeah.
You could talk about that if you didn't get your thoughts out.
Wait.
No, I don't care, but I
get
did.
edited in.
It's just straight up deception.
Maybe he's having fun with it.
Wait,
He's
why
bored.
though? Like, okay, look, devil's advocate here.
The catfishing.
Yeah, you're a guy, right?
Yeah.
And you get a DM from a hot chick who's like, "Hey, daddy, let me see that dick."
You're a man. Would you do it?
I would definitely do it.
Well, Howard doesn't. He's not,
Well, hold
married.
on. Let's play this scenario out, right? And you get it, and then you have hot text back and forth, and she's like, "Let me see a picture of your dick," and you send it to them, and you jerk off, and you're like, "Oh, that was so hot. That random hot chick DM'd me." Okay, that's scenario one, and it really is a hot chick. Scenario two, exact same thing happens. You have the exact same experience. You have a wonderful night. You bust the load of a lifetime. And it's just some guy in St. Louis going like, hey, who cares? What's the difference? What do you care? You still had your great experience.
I don't know. That's strange though, because I wouldn't trust the experience to enjoy it unless I knew, oh, this isn't some dude just fucking with me.
Well, you might be a savvier user of the dick pic technology.
It sounds like it. I mean, what are they doing? I mean, why would you get a random pic and just trust it like that? I mean, even at my level, I'm like, I can't do any of that. Somebody's going to see that.
I think the truth is that... Have you ever sent a dick pic?
Never.
I have. But I think on some level, I always hate it.
Like some girl you're flirting with goes, I want to see your dick. And if I like it.
No, I'd never like that. That's not the way that I get down at all, Howard. And that's actually...
No, I'm asking what the girl did.
No, nothing. She didn't even know who I was. I just would send it to her without her asking. I did it in a more moral way. It was somebody I never met, and I'd just be like, hey, check this out, blah, 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 blah. And then I'd send a picture of me with like my V like this afterwards. No, I'm joking. Usually the way it would happen to me in my sexual past is that we'd be going back and forth having like sexy talk, and I would be like soliciting pictures from her. I'd go like, oh, can I see a picture of your butt?
And she's like, if you send
And then
me.
she would say, well, you send me something too.
Okay, that's natural escalation.
And I would always get nervous because I was more in the public eye, and I would always do kind of semi-anonymous ones, like ones where I had just come and my dick was all shriveled. No, I'm just kidding. That's your friend.
He's not my friend. He's a famous actor. But
Who is
like,
it? What's his name?
I'm not going to say. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want to ever see your dick on a camera.
But that's a different. You're not every girl. Some girls are different.
I just watched I never saw White Lotus until like a few days ago.
Okay.
It's like a Steve Zahn's dick out, and like they're
that was
checking it
fake.
for ball cancer or something.
It was a fake dick. Oh, he had a dick.
I'm sure it wasn't really him, but still.
Are you talking about that hot guy on season 2?
No, just season 1. Steve Zahn was worried that he had ball cancer or something. So
because there's like a guy who has like a big dick in season 2. That's what happens when you have a gay director. There's a lot of dicks flopping around.
But seriously, I mean, ethically, what is the difference between? Let's say you're in. You're not you. You're a person who's turned on by a random girl.
Yeah, I don't think there's a difference if you don't know.
Yeah. I think I'm into it. I mean, it's not ethical, but I don't think it's a huge breach.
Well, from his point, like, you know what I mean? You're kind of wasting, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing with your life?
Oh, I'm not saying it's like the mark that things are going well that you're DMing someone and sending them a dick pic. I'm
No.
just saying,
Yeah, but it is all
It's more pathetic the famous millionaire who's married, who's like showing you a picture of their dumbass dick.
Also, he did even state that it's like a challenge because a straight guy's not going to do that. He's deceiving the straight guy into sending him. Anyone, even someone who's like roofing girls or Cosby or something, he probably is also getting off on the secret aspect of it.
Of course, yeah.
So in that sense, it's like, it's weird. He's not hurting anybody, I guess. It's just like, I don't know.
You're saying that it's
keep an eye on.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. You're saying that the psychological deception is akin to being assaultive. It's like it's not quite, but there's something about it that it's sexuality that's based in deception that is inherently unethical.
Unethical, but also the only victim in it is himself. He's engaging in deception, which is just not good for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not a great expression of your sexuality. Okay, I'm coming over to your team. But there is another victim in here. And it's the two people that we found out and that we're going to put in the Patreon, and then eventually that secret will be released.
Yeah,
maybe it's the 2 wives whose husbands are famous and on Instagram looking for like influencer pussy.
That is rough.
That's sad.
I can't even.
How did you know it's called influencer pussy?
By the
I don't know. I just made it up. Is it called that?
No.
You know what? Not only I'm thinking about it right now. Not only is their hair kind of on the similar tip, their body's kind of on as well.
Yeah. That's this guy's type.
We know what his type is.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that he went for me. I do have the hair. I don't have the body, do I? All right, let's move on.
We could describe. We
shouldn't.
Okay.
Here's the thing about the internet. And I'm sure you know this from your podcast. Any detail, they would figure out who it is. I once went on Bobby Lee's podcast and I told a story about, which we've told on this podcast before, about the Uber driver that I almost got into a physical fight with. You remember? It's a crazy ass story, but they figured out who it was. Bobby Lee sent me a text. He goes, "Is this the guy that drove you?" I go, "How the fuck? How could they?" And he goes,
"Yeah, well,
our fans are crazy." No further explanation.
Right, just started triangulating
somehow.
Wow.
Before we say goodbye,
yes,
we have speaking of Patreon, Howard, would you be down to stay and do one written-in question just for the Patreons?
Por supuesto, of course.
All right. If you are a member of our Patreon, you're about to hear this, and if you're not, I guess you're hosed. Howard, before we go, do you have any plugs, any live upcoming dates, or anything you would like to plug?
Absolutely. Check out all my podcasts. I have 3.
Oh, shit.
You have 3 podcasts?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk
Who Charted, we count down the top 5 in music and movies with comedians. Then I have one with Megan Beth Keister called Grift Horse, where it's all about how to make money without having a job. People have made thousands of dollars listening to our podcast. Check that out. Grift Horse.
Grift Horse.
Grift Horse.
Grift Horse, okay.
And then I have another one called Drop Date Duel. 2 brand new albums face off against each other each week.
Who hosts that with you, and how have I never been invited to be the co-host of any of your 3 podcasts?
You were the co-host of one of them. I think you left to do a podcast with your husband or something.
How have I never been invited? You literally had the job already. You weren't just invited.
Who Charted? But wait.
No, Drop Date Duel, I've never had a guest, but I would love to have a guest if you want to do one.
This is just you?
Yeah,
Talk us through how this works. You take 2
brand new albums, and then I play the first 5 tracks. So like round 1 will be the first song versus the other first song.
And then you rank them.
And then I say who won that round.
And
Best out of 5 wins.
And
who was the answer? You?
Yeah, it's just all subjective. I'll say that song, the writing was too broad.
And how do you decide who goes up against who? Like what's a recent one?
Like a recent one. Like for instance, the one that'll be this week is probably The Dare, that guy was talking about. He put out an album, and then LL Cool J put out a new album produced by Q-Tip.
Wow.
It actually has cool beats and stuff.
And
it's
is
a
it
weird
good?
release. I think it's good. You gotta like LL Cool J, but the beats you wouldn't. The beats are like.
Is it called Still Licking These Lips After All These Years?
Yeah.
I met him once at a party,
He
and he did the lick lip, and I was like stammering like a little girl. I was just blown away by him.
You know who stole that from him? Will Smith. Check out the
Interesting.
Summertime video.
I believe
all of a sudden he started licking his lips and doing that slow LL stuff. I remember.
But he's doing it like from like a very like studious eye. Like he's kind of like
a student.
Okay, so 3 podcasts.
Oh yeah. Check those out. Also, live dates, and I have this thing, Have a Summer. It's like a movement to get into the summertime. I put out 5 music
Summer
albums.
is officially over, Howard.
I know, but I'm putting out greatest hits album for the holidays, some of the best. I'm working on the track listing right now. That's coming out, and then I've been going out and doing summer sing-alongs where I play the songs, people sing along to
What
them.
kind of songs?
The summer songs. It's all.
It's your songs.
It's all my songs about summer.
Hell yeah.
Also, I have Dragon Boy Suede, which is the rap stuff, filthy rap stuff about my sex life. So
one of the funniest people
and most
in
prolific.
America.
Oh, God.
Very prolific.
Thank you so much.
Howie,
Your
we love you.
support is invaluable.
Well, we got stuff coming up too. I will be in Chicago on the 21st of September. So
That's your pizza podcast, right? Where you go and taste the different pizzas.
Yep. I go from city to city, tasting different pizza pies. It's almost sold out, so you should get your tickets. Get your tickets at the Den Theater, and then Natasha and I will be at the Santa Cruz Comedy Festival on October the 5th, doing a live Endless Honeymoon podcast with Beth Stelling. Amy Miller, I believe, will also be guesting on that, and then I'm going to Seattle. Laughs in Seattle, and I'm going to San Francisco Punchline in November, the weekend before Thanksgiving. I got a lot of fun stuff.
Come see me in Fort Lauderdale in September. Come see me in Boston, Mass. Oh my God, I love New England. Come see me in Philly. Come see me at Philly in December. I'm also going to be in Irvine in December, but I don't know these exact dates. Go to natashalejero.com.
Yeah. It's been a real good podcast.
I loved it. It went by quick.